So if you've ever launched a signature program and thought, what's next? Or now what? Well, this video is for you, because this one program, this signature program that you can create, can become an entire money-making suite that runs like an ecosystem and feeding itself, scaling your income, and building true authority even while you sleep. Now, if you haven't watched my video on how to create a signature program, I will link that below. Be sure and watch that video also. But we're going to talk about how do you take that signature program and turn it into a money-making signature suite. So get that pen and get that paper and let's dive in. So you might be thinking, well, Marsha, how do I turn this signature program into a signature suite? Well, when you create your signature program name, like my signature program name is called the Success Trifecta. And the trifecta includes brand, market, and monetize. So you would create your signature program name. It doesn't have to have 3 parts. It can have 1. It's just the one that I teach my clients who are coaches, speakers, entrepreneurs who are service-based. They need these 3 pillars to build their business. So let's get into the step-by-step framework for you to turn a signature program, the name of your signature program, into a money-making signature suite. Step 1. Okay, you want to identify the transformation. Everything that you do needs a transformation. People pay for results. They pay for a transformation. They want to know, how can my life or my business or my mindset or anything be better? How can I solve this problem that I am having? So your one transformation in your signature suite solves a problem or a pain point that they are having. And so it's built around this specific transformation. Maybe it's helping coaches launch like I do, or helping clients lose weight. Maybe it's helping business owners build systems. Whatever your transformation is, that needs to be the anchor of your entire suite. Now, you might think, well, what do I do? Everything else you do, you want to create it around this transformation. It either extends beyond it, but it's always the core. Now, here's a tip. Okay, write down the starting point and the ending point of your signature program. That's the transformation arc. For instance, the starting point of my signature program, the Success Trifecta, brand, market, and monetize. The starting point is building a brand. Everybody needs to build a brand for their program. The ending point is monetizing. How do you make money with your knowledge? So write down the starting point of your signature program, and then write down the end point. That's step 1. Identify that transformation. We're talking about taking your signature program name and turning it into a money-making signature suite. So now step 2, now that you know the transformation, the start point and the end point, you need to create your lead magnets. It could be 1 lead magnet or 2, no more than 3 is what I suggest. Your lead magnet is top of funnel. When people find you, whether they're on LinkedIn or Facebook, or you do a podcast, or they find you and they discover you and they're like, wow, this person has some great content. They are not a lead until they give you their name and email. So if you have your lead magnets, 1, 2, or 3 lead magnets, that's how you turn a follower or someone who likes into a lead. So you might say, well, Marsha, what are my lead magnets? Your lead magnet matches your signature program transformation. So what you're giving is a high value resource for free that attracts your ideal audience. Okay. And each one of your lead magnet is a quick, small win. All right. For instance, you can have a lead magnet that's a checklist, and you give that lead magnet away for free. It's a checklist. They see it, they like it, they download it, you get their name and email. And so example, it could be 5 systems every coach needs before their first launch. Okay. So it solves an immediate problem. I have a lead magnet. It is how to get started with your email. It solves one problem, how to get started with your email. So your lead magnet is a quick win, whether it's a checklist, whether it's a mini course, whether it's a quiz. It could be a quiz. And a quiz could be something like, what's your business system type, or what's holding you back from growing? And so you can use a tool like Outgrow. OUTGROW. I'll put it down in the descriptions to create a quiz and put it out there for you as a lead magnet. So your lead magnet could even be a workbook. It doesn't need to be a long workbook. And you can turn it to a PDF. It could be an ebook, a 4-chapter ebook. It could be templates, or it could be scripts. So in other words, your lead magnet is something you give away for free of value in exchange for email and name. Now, when they give you their email and name, you're not going to be bugging them. You're going to be giving them value, nurturing them each week. And that's how you start leading people down your funnel. So now these lead magnets become a part of your signature money-making suite. Because once they get into your system, which is your email, you're getting them closer to becoming a client. Okay, so step 2 is to create your lead magnet. You might say, well, how do I know? Go to ChatGPT and put in a prompt that says, this is my signature program. This is the name of my program. This is my audience. This is what they struggle with. These are their problems and pain points. Give me 1, 2, or 3 simple, quick win lead magnets that I could create to get them to give me their name and email so I can continue to give them value. So this becomes a part of your money making suite. You can have 1 lead magnet, 2 lead magnets, or 3, no more than that. I have 3 because I have a lead magnet that matches each part of my signature program. I have a lead magnet that matches the branding part. I have a lead magnet that matches marketing, simplifying your marketing. And then I have a lead magnet with monetizing your expertise. So I have 3 lead magnets. And I may have a mini course. Sometimes I might swap it out. I may have a quiz. Sometimes I may have a playbook. But it all matches my signature program topic. Okay, so that's step 2. Step 3, build 3 paid offers. Okay, now you don't have to have 3 paid offers, but I like the number 3. I like the signature program. I like the 3 points from the signature program. I like the 3 lead magnets. If that's too much for you, just do 1 of it. And then I like the 3 paid offers. Now we're steady moving people down the funnel of our money making suite. Everything is aligned. And when I first started my business, I was all over the place. I wish somebody had told me what I'm telling you now in just these few minutes. So if you create your 3 paid offers, I like to say, start off with this, try it for 90 days, see how it works. And so you have a low tier offer, a mid tier, and a premium. So you can start with a strategy session, and it can be a 90-minute strategy session where you give strategies to the person. You give them maybe a worksheet, and you can give them the recording, and you put a price to that strategy session. What are you doing? This paid offer is becoming a part of your money making suite. So that's a low tier, maybe $197 or $297. Then you move to the mid tier. Well, then you may have something where they can work with you 3 coaching sessions or 4 coaching sessions. Now, it matches your signature program. For me, I have coaching sessions that deal with branding, marketing, and monetize. You see, because it matches my signature program, the Success Trifecta. So your coaching sessions should match your signature program. So what we're doing is we're creating this suite of things that can bring money for you. And so your first offer could be the strategy session, or it could be a low tier starter kit. Okay, it could be $97 where you give a kit or a toolkit with a few resources in it. So that could be your first offer instead of a strategy session. It could be a toolkit or a starter kit, and it helps your audience implement something. So in the kit, you have some resources. So your second tier could be, like I say, your 3-week coaching. It could be a signature program or a signature coaching program or group coaching program. And it can be $497, and that's a mid-tier. And they may get to work with you one-on-one 3 sessions. And in that session, once again, it is aligned to your signature program. And so that is another tier in your 3 offers. And then your premium offer could be something where it's $2K or $3K. It could be a coaching, it could be a mastermind, it can be 6-week, it could be 8-week. So what happens is you have people graduating in your offers, and they have the first offer where they're like, okay, this is not too much. I can invest $97 or $197 because you've been showing up with your signature program and the content that you've been talking about. And I will be doing a video on content creation to drive people to your signature program and your suite. So now your content has been driving people to these 3 offers. Some people will want the first offer, your starter kit, your $97, or your strategy session, your $197. Some people will be ready for your mid-tier. They're ready to hop into maybe 3 or 4 week coaching with you. It may be $497. And then some people are just ready to get their full transformation with your 6-week or 8-week or your mastermind or your VIP day. And so this is how we're creating this signature suite that is becoming our money maker, right? Step 4, okay? Now you want to add 1 digital product. You can add others later on, but we don't want to be overwhelmed. We don't want to do too much, especially if you're just starting out as a coach, a trainer, a speaker. 1 digital product. Now your digital product can be a low tier offer, and it can be $27, or it can be $37, or it could be $17. I like the odd number at the end, or $29 or $19. But your digital product becomes passive income. You create it once, create content around it, link it to your LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook, and it becomes passive income where people can download it anytime and pay. So your digital product should serve both as for your existing audience and your new audience. That's why email is so important, because this becomes your existing audience. And when they download your lead magnet, you get new people in your audience. And this can be, this digital product could be a template vault, or it could be, I have a content power pack. I will put it down below in the description. I also have a lead magnet that's called Clarity to Client Playbook. It's free. I will put it down in the description. So in the signature suite, you have so many things, but they're aligned, and you may have for a digital product a library of templates that match your signature program. Once again, it could be a $19 workbook. You can sell it as a standalone, or you can even give it as a bonus in one of your main programs. So this is great for people who aren't ready to take your full program, but they'll pay $19 or $17 or $29. So now you have this signature suite because you have your signature program name. Then you have your signature lead magnets. Okay. Then you have your signature 3 core offers, maybe coaching offers. Then you have your 1 digital product. You are creating a money-making machine just from a signature program. Okay. And so the last step, step 5, is we want to continue to nurture people in this funnel. And that is your email. Okay. Your email is your biggest asset. So it goes from people finding you online to downloading your lead magnet, to going into your 3 offers, maybe starting with your lower offer, to purchasing your digital product and being in your email, because you're going to send 1 email a week. You know about my 3-2-1 method. If you hadn't heard of my 3-2-1 method, I will also link that in the description, so you will know my 3-2-1 method, or watch a video that I've done, 3 posts a week, 2 platforms, 1 email. So in this system, that's your signature suite for your money making machine, you have your email. You can use kit.com or constantcontact.com or mailerlite.com, but you need an email system. It's simple, it's low cost, where you can send an email once a week to your people who downloaded your lead magnets, because you want to get them to continue to either buy your digital product or take one of your offers. And so you nurture them each week in the email with tips and strategies and lots of value, so they cannot wait to open your email. Emails are not like they used to be. And people are like, oh no, I don't want more emails. I don't want more emails in my inbox. I'm not going to read email. They won't feel like that about your email, because every time they see an email come from you, they know it's going to be a tip, or they know it's going to be something valuable, or maybe you're telling them about a webinar you're having. It's always something in the email that they want, and either addresses their problem or their pain point or their struggles or their desire. So they cannot wait to open your email each week. Now, in your email, you have your tip, you have your hook. At the bottom, you have your CTA, which is your call to action, where you're inviting them to maybe get your digital product, or you're inviting them to maybe get on a call with you, or you're inviting them to maybe get with a strategy session. So what's happening is you have this money making machine from this suite of things that you created simply from your signature program name. Now, as we close, you always want to get that call to action. You don't need to be reinventing the wheel every week. You need to stick to your signature program, stick to your signature lead magnet, stick to your 3 offers, your 1 digital product, and do it over and over again, at least for 90 days. You don't need to keep doing new things. You already have your core. You have your signature program, and then you have your signature suite. So by turning these things into a suite, you multiply your impact, okay? You scale your income, and you create a business that keeps working even when you're not, because the digital product really keeps working even when you're not. And so as we recap and as we wrap up, how do you take your signature program? And if you haven't watched that video, watch that video on creating your signature program. How do you create your signature program and turn it into a money-making suite? Number 1, you must have a transformation. Somewhere you start, somewhere you end. Step 2, you want to create your lead magnets. It can be 1, 2, or 3 lead magnets, no more than that. Step 3, you want to build your paid offers, okay? Your low-tier offer, your mid-tier, and your premium offer. And step 4, you want to create 1 digital product right now. You can create others later. It may be $17, $27, $37. And in step 5, you want to take them down the funnel and continue to nurture them with your 1 email a week. So I hope that this video has been helpful to you. Be sure and get down in the description below and grab my free playbook on clarity to client. It's going to help you with everything I talked about today. It is free, and it's going to help you as you get ready to take your signature program, turn it into a signature suite, and create a money-making machine. And as I always like to say, I'm Marsha Lynn Hudson. Of course, you know that I am the queen of system. This is a system that will work for you over and over again.